less than 24 hours, the Senate is going to begin the confirmation hearing process for 9 Trump nominees. The first one up, Senator Jeff Sessions for Attorney General. And, of course, he's been a lightning rod. You get folks on the left trying desperately to delay this confirmation process, even vowing to drag on the hearings for some of the nominees until March. But President-elect Trump, he says he's confident all of his nominees will pass. Watch him here.
Confirmation's going great. I think they'll all pass. I think every nomination will be, they're all at the highest level. Jack was even saying, I mean, they are at the absolute highest level. I think they're going to do very well.
There's some concern about Jeff Sessions in particular.
No, I think he's going to do great. High-quality man.
All right, so what can we expect for these confirmation hearings, specifically when it comes to Senator Jeff Sessions? Joining me right now, Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall and Republican strategist Ford O'Connell. Good to see both you guys. Ford, you get the Dems out there squawking. They hate all of these appointments, every single one of them, pretty much. But let me ask you, is anyone listening to them right now? I mean, are they going to get any traction in their efforts to derail?
Absolutely not. The reason is never in a million billion years did the Democrats ever think that Donald Trump would become the 45th president of the United States, let alone also control the United States Senate, where you only need a simple majority to get these folks through. This is all this yammering about more disclosure and delaying these hearings is about extracting a pound of flesh from Donald Trump. It's not what's in the best interest of America. They just want to slime Trump early and often.
All right. In all fairness, we got a Democrat here on the panel, and Leslie Marshall, you do take issue with a lot of these people. You may, but is it going to get you anywhere?
Oh, I totally agree they're going to pass. I mean, that's what the president-elect said, and I think Ford and I would agree with that. But I don't agree with the motivation here. I think that whether you're a Democrat or Republican, that you owe it to those in your constituency and the American people across the board to have proper vetting and look into the background. We know years ago there were problems with Jeff Sessions. Although those were allegations, the people that under oath testified at that time maintain now that their testimony remains unchanged. So I think that these are things that need to be brought out. And quite frankly, I think the Republicans would do the same even if the Democrats had the number of votes to easily pass an individual.
All right. So in fairness, you know, a confirmation process should be all about vetting and getting all this information and people's histories out there. But do you think it's gone beyond that, Leslie, in that this is indeed political at this point? As Ford says, no Democrat thought that Donald Trump was actually going to win, and now they want to do everything in their power to stop him from succeeding.
There are a lot of Republicans that didn't think he was going to win and wanted to stop him from succeeding that just seem to be doing a 360 lately. No, I don't think the Democrats are doing the wrong thing. I mean, when you look at some of the concerns and the rhetoric that the president-elect had and some others, and even rhetoric of the past, allegations of rhetoric of the past of some of these nominees, these are concerns for those in the Democratic Party. And that's not going to go away. This is not about being a sore loser. This is about being, look, those of you who voted for Donald Trump because of the economy, bringing jobs back. We all want a healthy, robust economy.
Leslie,
we're concerned about some of the rhetoric regarding minority groups.
Leslie, this is solely about being a sore loser. When President Obama put up his cabinet nominees, did the Republicans stop them at all? Absolutely not. They let him go through because they realized that President Obama won the election fair and square under the 12th Amendment, and they were going to let him have his power structure underneath to put America first. And right now, you guys aren't interested in doing that. I understand there's a couple of folks here and there that you guys might actually have legitimate concerns about. But overall, when it comes to this process, when you guys are yammering about, oh my gosh, the pace of this, that is all false, because George W. Bush went that fast, Barack Obama went that fast, and you don't want Donald Trump
you got
to
to
go
get
that
up and
fast
running, right? That's the other part of this. Go ahead, Leslie.
To Ford. I remember clearly, I'm old enough to remember, as they say on Twitter, right? I'm old enough to remember when our Senate Majority Leader said that he was going to work to make President Obama a one-term president, that he was going to block everything that he did. And
but
of course,
he didn't block the cabinet.
Regarding this, and the hypocrisy, but he blocked a Supreme Court member. I mean, seriously. I mean, if we're talking about
a Supreme Court member in an election year? Wait a minute. He blocked a Supreme Court member in an election year, which basically has not occurred since 1968.
He wouldn't have hearings, he wouldn't have meetings, and he wouldn't have a vote.
But Trish, here's the bottom line. This is all about putting on a dog and pony show and gumming up the works when Trump wants to make America better and the Democrats just can't stand it.
No, unfortunately, it all gets reduced to politics at some point or another. And both sides, honestly, are guilty of that. And I think this is one of the reasons why Donald Trump resonated in the way that he did, because he was seen as apolitical and just the kind of guy that wants to get stuff done. I want to get to another piece piece of news out there right now, and that's Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law, married to Ivanka Trump, is expected to be named senior advisor to the president. I would imagine we're going to hear some cries of nepotism on this one. Will they be able to get anywhere, in your view, on that, Ford?
I don't think they will, but I would say this to the Trump administration: make sure with Jared Kushner you dot all the I's and cross all the T's, because you have to remember Kushner was a very invaluable person to help getting Donald Trump to be the 45th president of the United States, and he's someone who he listens to and someone that both sides of the aisle respect.
Leslie?
But there are some problems here, Ford, and even though you may not agree with me, there are Republicans who are concerned, too. When you're doing business with Chinese companies that the current administration has security concerns about, when you have loans and relationships with Israeli banks, when you have investors that in the past have had visas in exchange for favors, I think this goes beyond nepotism. I think this could be a huge conflict of interest, and quite frankly, I think it's also a way for his daughter to be able to advise him through her husband by whispering in his ear, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well, we shall see.